Hi everybody, welcome to Live with Children. I'm in Liverpool for Elric's Drug Discovery 2025 and I'm here at the nNano booth and I'm joined by Sarah Chowdhury from nNano and Tobias Brode from Liquimetrix, and we're going to learn about a collaboration they have together. So first of all, how's the show gone?
It's going really well, thanks.
I'm glad to hear it. Sarah, for people not familiar with nNano, who are you and what do you do?
So everyone will know nNano for the CERTUS FLEX low volume dispenser.
Brilliant. Now, tell us a bit more about the collaboration.
So the CERTUS FLEX, everyone knows how accurate and precise it actually is, but now we've been working with Toby and the team, and the Lumina can just prove how accurate the CERTUS is dispensing.
Fantastic. So, Tobias, maybe I can ask you a bit more about the system then, and how it works, and what it actually illustrates. So tell us a bit more about the Lumina then, what does it measure, and in relation to the CERTUS FLEX, how does it help end users?
So the Lumina is capable of measuring the volumes in all kinds of plate types from 96, 384 to 1536, and it just measures with an optical system from the top into the plate, which should not have a lid on. And we're capable of measuring, for example, a 1536 well plate in around 60 seconds. So, and you get the information about the volume in each well. So not as if you would weigh the plate, where you get the mean volume. We can get the information well per well, which helps you to understand if there are channel effects or clogging or something in your process. And that's something that wasn't possible before. Before you could either, as I said, weigh the plate, or you would need dyes. So some, let's say, well, however you spell it in English, or you need some dyes or fluorescence stuff to measure your actual volumes, and that would be something different than if you measure really your actual volume that you have in your assay. So what we did with the CERTUS, as an example, that we took 4 channels on the CERTUS FLEX, and we used the wrong calibration by intention to show how we can deal with that if channels are miscalibrated, for example. And here you see this is a dilution series or a gradient from 2 microliters on the left, that is blue, up to a target of around 9.6 microliters. And in this gradient you see that for one channel the CV is already great, because it's a bike dispenser. CERTUS has a great CV, you can show that. But the channels are calibrated different. So the channel 2 has a slightly different volume. So over all 4 channels that would produce effects on your assay that you don't want to have in there. So normally you would calibrate this dispenser by filling a vial and weighing the vial into several steps for several target volumes. And what we can show now as a combination of the CERTUS with the Lumina is that we just took this dispense plate, we measure it once, and by knowing the opening times for each target volume, we can connect that and produce an automated calibration file for the CERTUS. And just after a few minutes, we automatically we dispensed with the same 4 channels. And you see that accuracy and precision are perfect, all below 0.5% for all 4 channels. So it's a kind of normalization. You can bring channel effects down to a minimum and get the best out of a dispenser like the CERTUS with really great results.
Right, so I've got a question for you. So you're saying obviously using this, they can measure more and be more accurate. So for in a real end-user perspective, what are the real benefits for them to use this with the CERTUS FLEX?
There are, for example, some automation systems in pharma or compound management screening where you would have to do QC before starting the automation process, and that takes a lot of time. If you want to check all your devices, you want to recalibrate if something went wrong, and for a process as just described, that would take around 2 to 4 hours if you do all these 24 support points for a real valid calibration curve. So normally you would do that for, let's say, 1-2 support points. We did that here with 24 support points for this calibration curve. So we have very valid data for the whole range for your plate that you will work in, and this in under 5 minutes. So there's a lot of time that you can save with that, and the whole process is much more accurate because your calibration curve is let's say, more, how do you say, discrete? With more discrete points.
Right, okay, that's really interesting. So, viewers, if you'd like to learn more about how the CERTUS FLEX and the Lumina are working together and actually see both instruments in action, then you can come to booth G08 and talk to Sarah and Tobias and learn more about that. But if you can't do that, you can read about many other shows, follow them on LinkedIn and go to their website. Sarah, Tobias, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Viewers, thank you for watching as always, and until next time, stay well and stay safe. Bye bye.